They sent me their 180 density, 24 inches, water wave, 13 by 4, medium brown lace hair. Okay, that's the breakdown. And the hair was extremely soft and so beautiful. Right here, I'm just showing you guys that they also sent me one of these little headbands, which is so cute. And it did come with a wig cap and elastic strap if you want more security or if you're doing like a glueless install. Right here, I'm just showing you guys the texture. Like when I tell you this hair is so soft, like no knots, no tangles, no nothing. The hair is extremely soft. I'm gonna give you guys my 100% honest truth. I got a large cap and it fit me very weird on my head. Like, I don't know, maybe I should have got a smaller cap, but it did sit weird. I don't know, maybe it was just my experience, but I just had to add that for honesty. This was highly anticipated. I'm showing you guys how I pluck my wigs. I use a lot of body, foam spray, and a good pair of tweezers. The reason I use a lot of body because it's easier to pluck the hair when your hair is wet. So what I'm doing right here, I'm just making the hair moist. That way it's easier for me to pull the hair out. When your hair is dry, it makes it a little bit tougher for you when you're plucking. You're seeing right here is just me moisturizing the hair with my rat tail comb. And I'm going to keep my rat tail comb in my hand. That way when I'm plucking, I can comb through the hair to make sure that I'm getting all of the. You want to make sure that you are taking your rat tail comb and combing out the hair every now and then. That way you do not over pluck your wig. And I'm going to say, if this is your first time or if you're a beginner with plucking, take do not over pluck different sections, and if you do, you have hair in front to cover up. So what I'm doing right now is I want you guys to pay attention to the perfect factory line that is on this lace front. That is what we want to get rid of. That's how you create your natural look. So what I'm doing is I'm going through the sections and just plucking, getting rid of that line. You want to get rid of that store factory straight out of the package wig hairline. Also, if you're new at plucking wigs or if you're just more of a visual learner, I would suggest that you bleach your hair after you pluck it. That way you can see the knots and you can see exactly how much you need to pluck. Because when you bleach your hair, it's kind of hard to see because the knots are so light. But when you pluck first before you bleach, you can visually see the knots and basically kind of stop yourself from over plucking. Grab your torch and pitchforks, you're gon' need it. You're fucking with a monster who don't bleed, he just spit, too fresh to live. So we died and got revived to the Frankenstein you see before your eyes. Grab your torch and pitchforks, you're gon' need it. You're fucking with a monster who don't bleed, he just spit, too fresh to live. So we died and got revived to the Frankenstein you see before your eyes. RGM, nigga. See the mood we setting. Ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so now that we are done with this side, I'm going to move on to the other side and then the middle. So I do pluck my hair in sections. I do either right or left side first, and then the other side, and in the middle. It's just easier for me to do it that way opposed to just plucking around the whole head. I feel like it's more efficient and more safe to do it that way. So I'm just showing you guys the difference. This middle has not been plucked yet. So right now I'm just going to go in and repeat the same exact steps that I did on the opposite side. And I'm going to speed this up because I already showed you guys the process. So do you see the difference? Like the difference between before and after? It's such a big difference, right? It gives a more natural look. This side I didn't complete, but I'm going to do that off of camera. So now that we're on to the bleaching process, I use 30 Developer and BW powder, which I will probably never use again. I do not like BW powder. I am not going to tell you the steps I took with BW powder because they weren't right. Like I said, I don't like to, I would probably never use it again. But when I do mix this, I make it so it doesn't fall off of the brush because you don't want it to seep through your wig. So you kind of want a thicker consistency. That way it just sits on top of the knots and it does not over process and bleach the inside of your wig, because that's just going to add a whole nother step to your wig installation process. You just gonna snatch it off on camera like that? So before I install my wig, I'm just gonna go ahead and grease my scalp because there's no point of having a protective style if you're not protecting the hair up underneath. So right here is where I realized that the larger cap kind of fit funny on my head, but it did end up working out in the end, but the cap did fit a little bit weird. So that was a bit challenging for me when it came to this wig. For this installation process, we are going to be using Got To Be spray. And I use this because it's really easy on my edges and it's easy to take off. So what you're going to do is I just spray the Got To Be spray across my hairline and I go in sections. So I do my side, the middle, and then the other side. And you're just going to repeat that process. And what I'm doing right now is combing out that extra Got To Be spray out of the hair. This is for my ladies with low hairlines. If you notice, I ended up cutting the lace into sections. I glued my sides down first and I left the middle out because what I'm going to do right now is go in and I'm going to remove some hair. That way I have some more forehead to show. You know what I mean? So what I'm doing right now is I'm taking some of the hair and I'm gonna part it in like a shoehorn type shape for just the natural look, and I wanted to have like a widow's peak type look. But this is what I'm doing. I'm just parting the hair where I want my hairline to be shown at. This is, like I said again, this is for the ladies with low hairlines. So as you can see, I ended up pulling all the hair out that I had parted out. And this way, it helped me open up my forehead. That way my frontals don't be sitting on my eyebrows. Y'all know it's hard out here having a low hairline. Y'all don't even know. So now we're going to glue down the middle section. So now we're going to take our edge scarf and we're going to tie our edges down and just let it dry. By the way, mine is from Otterly.com. It's a black owned business and you can use code Aleaweea for 15% off. And now for the unveil. Yes, giving very much scalp. So right now I'm just going in and I'm going to create a part. I always style my hair before I cut the lace. It's just easier for me. You can do either or, but I feel it's an easier canvas to style your hair before you cut the lace. So that's what I'm going in and doing as of right now. This right here is an edge wax stick, and because sometimes I do not use edges, this is like really crucial in my installs. What it is it's just wax, like I said, and it helps you when you use your hot comb. It makes your hot, look at that. Look at that. Nothing else can do that. Use that edge wax stick. Any edge wax stick will work. I got mine from my local beauty supply store, but any edge wax stick will work. So now that I have my hair parted in style, I'm going in and I'm cutting my lace. Next stop the junction, gotta get these bakes for my mother. Soup from my aunt, salt fish for my brother. Then I'ma head to Newkirk, where I'ma post with them slummies. I always tend to skirt. If I back out in a Hummer, then I crash your lamppost and cause a blackout. So no wonder that we out shit crazy. Running around here, just swanking for these ladies. Brooklyn where they made me. I be that nigga screaming, fuck that, pay me, and I only fucked her once. In this next part, what I'm going to be doing is laying my lace and matching it to my skin tone. This lace was a little bit darker, so I did have to end up using some makeup in order to match it to my skin tone. I ended up using this concealer. I got it from my local beauty supply. It was $2.99, and I'm just gonna go in and I'm just cleaning up my part. And next, I'm going to go in with powdered foundation. And I got it from Ulta Beauty. I've never heard of this brand. It's called Purr. And I'm just going to go in and touch up the front of my hairline. And the reason being is because I don't like when makeup gets too cakey on the wig. So I'm just going to go in right at where my hairline is. And I'm just going to touch it. And then I'm going to blend it out. And you're going to repeat this process across the whole entire hairline. And there you have it. I am absolutely obsessed with this water wave hair. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you have any other questions, please put it in the comments, and please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much.